Insights of All Trades podcast. If the minimum I set for myself is when I'm outside of class each day during the school year, like weekends included, breaks included, I have to study at least 6 hours outside of class. It might mean deleting social media, which I've done a couple semesters now.
Very
or like
in this time and age as well.
Yeah, things like that where I don't see it as an unsurmountable obstacle. I just try to accept that there's levels to success, and in this context the success is just how much can I study. And I think about all the things I can control. It might be time spent eating, sleeping, on social media, talking, things like in transition phases, like time spent walking from place to place, little things. This is going to sound insane for people that don't think this way, but like during a study break, to minimize the I don't know. To rephrase it, maximize the amount of things I can do in like a 10-minute study break, since I'll often study for like an hour and take a 10-minute study break before I'll come back. I'll do things like I'll go put something in the microwave for like X amount of time and see how much I can get done before that timer runs out on the microwave. I'm always thinking that way, especially during the academic year. Like, how much time can I... how efficiently can I be with my time and still do them well? Like, I don't want to half-butt a bunch of different things just to say I did X amount of things. But
quality over quantity, always. Yeah,
always. And I'm doing that with the little minute things, so that way I can invest way more time into, in this case, studying and learning. But yeah, so to realize that there's levels of whatever it is you're working towards. It's not just studying, it's all walks of life, I feel like.
I completely agree.
In terms of, if there's something you can make progress in, whatever it is, even things that I personally haven't immersed myself into, whether it's learning languages, learning instruments, martial arts, undoubtedly there is levels to the way you can make progress. And it, I feel like, falls back on the extraordinary effort you're willing to make. And also, asterisk next to that, over time, extraordinary effort over time, and then to also believe that your goals are going to manifest into reality, to actually tell yourself and convince yourself that this is actually going to, come true. Otherwise, I feel like doing that acts as a positive feedback loop, in that if you aren't believing that your goals are going to come to fruition, why go through however much pain it takes, or pass up all the parties, all the fun stuff, to put forth an extraordinary amount of effort if your goals aren't actually going to manifest? I
have a few things to unpack with that. So first of all, one of the biggest things with you that made me study more, and also when I seen the guy on the magazine, was a big one when I was doing my novice training, I guess, whatever you call it, whenever I was still coming up with it. One of my biggest motivating factors was this person can do it. Why wouldn't I be able to do it? You can study that much. Why can't I study that much? You know what I mean? And I think that application factors can be an extremely important tool to utilize. If someone else can do it, there's no reason why you can't either.
Yeah, I agree. Part of that, I think the first time I heard someone say this, or I guess in this case type it, on a social media post, Kyle Snyder, who's Olympic gold medalist, I can't even remember how many times he won nationals for Ohio State. I think 3. But so, phenomenal athlete. He put up this picture that still sticks out to me. It was him bent over in the practice room, sweat pouring off his head, and the caption was, "How long can you suffer?" And I wrote that down on a sticky note, because I have this wall of sticky notes that I set in front of my desk to look at before I study, quite literally to prime myself before I study. I'll read across these sticky notes. But that one sticks out to me so much. And I don't mean in a suffering in the context of I'm trapped in something I can't get out. How much can you willingly suffer towards whatever goal that matters most to you? It's deep. It's hard to think about for people that want to, and again, don't think there's moral obligation to do this, but for those that have some big dream and think, wow, sure would be nice if I had this career or this amount of income, this car, this house, yada, yada, yada.
I really think it's a mindset, honestly, because like you develop your mindset over time in the same way that you develop anything else, the same way that you develop a physical muscle, you have to develop your mindset. And one of the biggest changes that I was able to like really try to apply would be like, so I would see, say, a super nice car, Lamborghini, anything nice. I'd be like, I'll have, instead of saying I want that or like screw that guy for having that nice car, instead I'm like, I'll have that. Like one day I'll have one of those. And not even necessarily because I want one, but just being able to use that instead of saying like, why does he get that nice car? Like something from an envious standpoint versus having a motivational standpoint on it. Like good for him. Like he's worked hard. He's got that car. Whether or not he did or not doesn't matter. But then you can apply that and be like, well, what do I want?
Yeah, I know coming from you, it's not even like it's a materialistic thing of like the dollar sign that you can bring in or the quality of car or anything else that you can bring in. It's just to be able to say, like, if I wanted this thing, fill in the blank, I could work hard enough and do the right things over a period of time to achieve that or acquire that or whatever it is. Just want to clarify that for us putting it out there. We don't want to put this out there in a way that, you know, puts other people down if they aren't striving for these things, especially when it comes to materialistic things. That's the last thing that we have on our mind in these goals that we are striving towards. But if anything comes out of this, we just hope that it resonates with people that are like-minded, let you know that there's some other people out there, same feelings and striving in the same way.